problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back, tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The phone and affection.
Today we're out here filming with TRIARC, Brandon and Sabine. We're shooting some B-roll and some promo stuff for the new 8.3 barrel that TRIARC just released. And I thought while I was out here, it'd be a good opportunity to answer one of the questions I get asked most often, and that is, how did you get started in the industry, and how did you get connected with TRIARC? So there's a bit of a backstory to that. I actually didn't start off in the industry. Fun fact, I was a head pastor of a small church for about 5 years, and then it reached a point where we were growing, and we ended up merging with another church, and it was an opportunity for me to step down from my position and spend more time with my family and just more time for me. The job that I was doing was a very thankless job, and it took a lot of time. There were a lot of late nights, a lot of early mornings, a lot of, answering phone calls and things like that, when people were having a hard time with whatever. But I loved it, I enjoyed it, and I loved the people that I served and worked with, and it was an amazing time. But it was time for me to just step away from that and focus on my family and myself. So I did that. And I didn't really have a job, didn't have a backup plan. So I ended up walking into a gun store and asked if they were hiring. And it turns out they were. So they hired me. Like, I got an interview on the spot, and I got hired, and I started like a couple weeks later. And it was awesome. So I worked for a gun company that was actually owned by the Russians. So not the Russians, but we called them the Russians. It was three Russian owners, and I worked for them for about a year. And in that time, shortly after I started there, they moved me over to marketing. And yeah, so I think the guys are here, so we'll pick up there in a second.
Problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back, tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The phone and affection, I summon it. Dub it. Why you be all on my line about nothing? Why won't you go get you $1 or something? Don't hang with a line for nothing. I see that we different, you riding, I double. I don't do discussions on bragging about hundreds. Don't go to your places, I know that they sunken. Don't call me your brother, I barely could trust you. I talked to a shorty, she bagging the bucket. And I'ma need all of my dollars on corporate, so hand me the money, I divvy the pie. I'ma give all of my people a portion to build them a fortune, I'm flipping the ride. I can't be mixy when iffy the vibe, and 40 on 50 is really the time. Why is you all on my phone like you want me? Like you wasn't pushing the kid to the side, I don't know if you thinking I'm blind, cross on my crosses and doubt on my eyes. Done with your efforts, I'm dealing with pressures. I know it's a lesson, that's word of the wise. Dubbing the mixes I'm mixing, I know I've been missing. I needed some personal time. All the pictures, dimensions, I know what you did this. I mean it, I'm staying inside.
Alright, so just finished filming with Brandon and Sabine and Chris. Got some good B-roll. But back to what I was saying about how I got started in the industry. So I worked for the Russians for a little bit. I did marketing for them, and then I was there for about a year doing that before I got connected with TRIARC. And I, through a mutual friend, they put me in touch with them. We did some work with them. We were carrying their guns at the time, and then one thing led to another, and then I did some side work for them, and then eventually led to me working for them. And then I worked for TRIARC for about a year, a little over a year. Doing their marketing, doing their content creation, and doing all kinds of stuff for them behind the scenes. And then I got offered another position outside of the industry back at a different church. And I was there most recently for a year doing content creation, videos, photo, design work. And then that just didn't work out. Now back with TRIARC, but now I'm back on a freelance. So I'm a contract worker with them. So I do freelance content creation, do photography, do videos for them, obviously. And yeah, so that's what I do now. So I technically work with TRIARC, but I don't necessarily work for TRIARC or at TRIARC. But we're still homies. Like we do all this stuff together, and I help with a ton of stuff. So that's kind of like our relationship and what we do together. And then I also work with some other brands too and do some stuff for them as well, and then other stuff outside of the industry. So I'm technically a freelance photographer, videographer. But yeah, so that's how I got my start in the industry. That's where I'm at now. And then like looking forward into 2020, I really want to expand and grow that. I want to do more with different brands. I mean, obviously I want to do way more with TRIARC and continue to do stuff with them. Just, I know like some of the stuff we have in the pipeline, stuff that we're working on, stuff that we have going, and the guys around TRIARC, not just the people who work there, but the shooters, the instructors we work with are incredible guys. And so everybody there is just a good group of people to be around. It's exciting to work with them and to see and to learn from them and to just be a part of this bigger thing. Man, but that is it. I am sitting out here on this casting couch all by myself out on the range. I will see you guys next week. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. And if you haven't already, karate chop that bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. And I will see you guys later.